Dear Father Simon and the Midwinter Mayonettes, some years ago... Do you like that?
No.
Makes you sound like a backing group, which
does.
you are not. You're individuals in your own
We
right.
could do kind of, I don't know, choreography.
Yeah.
Shawoop-de-whoop. Some years ago on Christmas Eve, my other half and I, like most parents putting the children to bed, were very much in the festive spirit, if you know what I'm saying, and we were all very excited. This meant that putting the little ones to bed was not an easy task. They were super excited about everything. Tea was exciting. Cleaning their teeth was exciting. Going to bed was super exciting because Santa was on his way. When we tucked our cherubs in, kissed them goodnight, I instructed my 5-year-old son Neil that if he were to wake in the early hours of the morning and find that Santa had delivered gifts to his stocking, he was under no circumstances to wake either myself, his father, or his 2-year-old sister. As she was such a light sleeper, I figured out she needed all the sleep that she could get. I knew we certainly did. Nothing until 6 is the rule. I understand. Yes, that's very good. It's quite stern, but there are quite a lot of rules here. Certain in the knowledge that Neil would not disturb us until at least 6 o'clock. That's the plan. My husband and I finished our chores downstairs at 1 a.m. On our way to bed, we crept into the kids' bedroom just to check that their stockings were in place, ready for Santa to fill them with Christmas fare. We crept into bed, tired and a little emotional, but we knew all our preparations were made and Christmas was on its way again.
Excellent.
What a lovely, lovely thought. So, Father Simon, imagine then, at 2:45 a.m., at the door, it's Neil. Can I come in?
Oh.
Frankly, I was incensed, Father Simon, and with my husband snoring next to me, thanks a lot, I pulled the duvet back. I reminded Neil, clearly, that he was not meant to disturb us until 6, and I sent him back to bed. I smiled to myself, thinking, kids will be kids, but clear boundaries are needed at all times, and I think I made myself perfectly clear. Even my dozing husband had got the message. Anyway, boundaries, very important. Yeah. I'd just gone back to sleep. Can I come in? I pretended to be asleep. Go back to bed.
Oh.
It's not time to get up yet. 4:30 a.m. 4:50 a.m.
Goodness me.
That's impressive.
5:10. And then finally, he returned at 5:30. Having hardly slept a wink, I was so cheesed off at having been disturbed yet again. However, Neil was so insistent, he had to come in, and by this time he sounded a little bit annoyed and upset. There is no reason at all for you to be here before 6, do you remember? Yes, Mum. What time is it? I don't know. It's 5:30. Oh, it's 5:30, Mum. I know, I just told you what time it is. What have you got to say for yourself? And he held out his hands. Apparently, about 1:45, so we worked out later, Neil woke to find that Santa had indeed been. My son had duly checked out his Christmas stocking, and on finding a pair of toy handcuffs, had probably attached them to his wrists, without obviously thinking of the consequences. Having been sent back to bed, he had indeed tried to sort out the rest of his stocking. Not an easy task in handcuffs. He managed to stab at his colouring book. He'd also tried to rescue himself, which is why his toy screwdriver, a Power Ranger and a slinky were now attached to his wrist as well. He'd also tried to go to the toilet.
Oh.
Did I feel bad, says Sarah. Well, in due course, the in-laws arrived and questioned the children on what Santa had brought them. Needless to say, somehow, although the handcuffs were indeed the best thing ever, according to Neil, we managed to keep it from them that their cherished grandson had spent 3 to 4 hours in handcuffs on Christmas morning. So my confession is that my now dearly departed mum and father-in-law were never aware of the dreadful trauma my son suffered that morning. My son is now in his late 30s and a partner in a top London law firm, so obviously didn't suffer any long-term damage, beg your pardon. However, I still cringe at the thought of my lovely boy lying in bed, trapped, imprisoned, a hostage, ensnared, impounded and incarcerated on Christmas morning, and for that I am truly sorry. Well, you see, if you've That's the problem. I think by the time that Sarah got to bed, she needed a little bit of a sleep.
Yeah.
She was tired
Yeah.
and emotional,
Yeah.
and she, didn't take kindly to it. But anyway, you can see it from Neil's point of view as well. He just needed a rescue. They needed some sleep. Let's check in with Sister Bobby here.
That is heartbreaking. I just love the sound of Neil. He sounds absolutely gorgeous. I didn't see it coming. Who'd have thought? That was fantastic.
He was
I don't
pretty
know-
patient, actually, wasn't he? He was clearly thinking, I've got no idea. I've gone through everything in my stocking.
Poor
I've gone to the
child.
loo. I've tried to rescue myself. I can't.
Do you think he tried to peel the satsuma as well when he had his hands together?
I
know,
don't. He probably just threw
the
that
thing
at his
is,
sister.
I think I'm going to have to be quite tough here because I think you should always just check. Because actually, he stayed awake for quite a long time, and I think it's quite difficult. They might get up once or twice, but to still be awake at 5:30 in the morning, that is really, really tough. So I think I'm going to be tough. I think I'm going to say Sarah, not forgiven.
Not forgiven. Okay, Brother Matthew.
That was superb. I know I had other things in my head as that was going through, and certainly handcuffs didn't appear at any point.
No, I don't
That
think
is-
it has in any of them because we get quite a few where kids have been told what the rules are and then the rules are broken. But I think this is the only.
But
one
this
we've
is
had like
this is great. Clearly, there are questions for Father Christmas here. In what are you doing delivering handcuffs to the kid? I mean, really?
Well, you can have, like, police kits, can't you?
I mean, you can get those. I realise they weren't real handcuffs. They were obviously those sort of plastic ones.
Yes.
But still, there was storing up trouble. I would say, Father Christmas, little note there for you. So I'm going to say forgiven.
Can't give notes to Santa.
I'm giving Santa a few notes, a few pointers there.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
For Santa. So I'm going to forgive just for that. But that was superb.